my name is Ikoya. I am the founder and creator of Silky. I'm here today to talk to you about hair breakage, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons that cause hair breakage and also 5 remedies that you can do to help defeat that. So before we get started, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you turn on your notifications by hitting that bell. That way you never miss one of our videos. Here at Silky, we love to keep you in the know with hair. We do wig reviews, hair tutorials, DIY hairstyles, and hair accessories. So you want to make sure that you're getting in the know with us. All of this is free, right? So make sure you're subscribed. And if you're watching over on Facebook, make sure to go ahead and give us a like and share. Also, comment down below with us if you have any remedies or things that you like to use when it comes to these different reasons that you experience hair breakage. So the number 1 reason you experience hair breakage is lack of moisture. In the winter time, you really experience more hair breakage, I feel, more than any other season due to this very reason. Because of the winter environment, there's a lot less moisture going around the air. And this has been a brutal winter, especially for those of you that are in the Midwest and on the East Coast, right? You guys had like, was it 51 or 81 degrees below? I don't know. But it's frigid, it's crazy, and so that is not good for your body, and it definitely isn't good for your hair. So things that you can do to help combat lack of moisture is, number 1, style your hair with a leave-in conditioner. Make sure you're using a leave-in conditioner. I personally love this lemongrass leave-in conditioner. It's by Ali K Naturals. They just came out with a whole product line featuring the lemongrass, so I like this as my leave-in. It's because it's nice and light. If you want something thicker, you can always use a cream or an oil. Another thing that you should be doing during the winter and to help prevent hair dryage and breakage, to help keep the moisture in, is deep conditioning. There's a ton of recipes you can find on Pinterest or just Googling with DIY masks and remedies that you can do for your own hair. You can also buy pre-packaged masks. You can do protein treatments. I personally love this Miel Organics. It's the Babassu Mint Deep Conditioner. After I wash my hair especially during the winter time, I leave this deep conditioner in overnight. I'll put it on and sleep with my shower cap, or I'll even sit under a blow dryer for 30 minutes to just give it that really good intense deep condition. You can also do hot oil treatments, and also make sure you're oiling your scalp. For African American women, our hair is super dry. You can use any kind of oil. I personally like Main Choice's growth oil, but there's so many oils out there that you can use. Everybody's hair is different. You can use an avocado oil, a castor oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, coconut oil. Just find an oil that works for you and make sure you're using it on your scalp. And then the last thing you can do to help lock some moisture in your hair is to make sure that you're sleeping on a silk or satin pillowcase. And then you can also buy a silk or satin bonnet at your local beauty supply, or you can order some fancier ones online. And if you're wearing wigs and hair extensions, go ahead and order that Silky Sack to keep them in. So the number 2 reason you can experience hair breakage is due to tension while styling. So I right now am doing a protective style. I love doing protective styling, especially during the winter months. These are crochet braids. I will link down below. We have a video featuring how to do crochet braids if you're not familiar with crocheting. But these are crocheted box braids. Braids are a great way to reduce tension when you're styling your hair, because I'm not taking the time to comb my hair every day and style it every day. I'm just allowing it to rest. If you're a natural and you wear natural hair, you can do pineapples, twist outs, braid outs, cornrows. You can do also ponytails, just anything that's really simple and that's keeping the tension down from you constantly doing your hair. So crocheting and braiding is a great thing. I know a lot of women also love to wear extensions or wigs as protective styling. If you're using wigs or extension as protective styling, ladies, make sure to protect your edges. Make sure you're not sleeping in your wigs, and also you make sure that you're changing your braiding pattern when you are doing your hair. That will help fight against traction alopecia. So just make sure that you're not putting things in your hair too tight and protect your hair. So tension from styling is our second reason, but it also leads into the third reason of why you experience hair breakage. And this is because of the styling tools and things that we use, especially during the winter months. So in the wintertime, we like to bundle up and keep ourselves warm, right? You're wearing a lot of beanies, a lot of hats, a lot of scarves, which are great to keep you warm. But for the hair, your hair rubbing up against the hat or rubbing inside the beanie or scarf while you're wearing it can cause friction, which will lead to hair breakage. So in order to protect that, I highly recommend you find a satin or silk lined hat. I know Slaps makes them for sure. And if you guys know some other brands, please share them down below. I'm sure if you Google, you can find them. So just make sure you're wearing a silk or satin lined cap if you can help it. Also with your ponytail holders, make sure you're not sleeping in them. With your bobby pins, make sure you're placing them in there correctly with the jagged part of the pin facing down, and making sure that you're just giving your hair a break. And like I said earlier, making sure when you're sleeping at night that you're sleeping on a silk or satin pillow or inside of a bonnet. The number two reason for hair breakage, and this is something that also is very high during the winter, and that is heat damage. So heat damage, you guys, we all know what that is. If you're not sure, that's damage that's done to your hair when you're actually burning it from using so much heat in it, from styling it with curling irons, blow drying it, flat iron it. And the bad thing about heat damage is it's not reversible. So you want to make sure that you're trying to reduce heat, especially during the winter season. So some things that I do to help to reduce heat is I try to let my hair air dry when I wash it. That way I'm not worrying about having to blow dry it. When I'm styling it, I try to not put heat in it with easy hairstyles like these, braids, ponytails, things that I don't have to use a lot of heat. I know over the holiday times, it's kind of hard to avoid maybe styling with heat, but if you can, use rollers. Also, in the morning when you're taking your showers, use a shower cap. This is a shower cap made by Shower Cap. Totally cute, and that's something you can do to help keep your hair dry in the morning if you don't have time to let your hair fully dry or you don't want to blow dry it. Also, if you're going to be flat ironing and curling your hair, make sure you're using a heat protectant. Do not style your hair without using a heat protectant when you're using curling irons and flat irons. And also listen to the manufacturers and make sure you're using the right heat for the type of hair you have. If you have a straighter or finer hair, the heat should be lower. And if you have a more coarse or thicker hair, then the heat should be higher. And the fifth reason why you experience hair breakage is improper detangling. You guys, if you're anything like me, wash day is a nightmare, and the last thing you want to do is detangle. So what I do to keep my hair from getting broken off and keeping my brush or comb being full of hair at the end of detangling is I use my Hold Me Together Silky Sax hair clips. I section my hair off into 4 different sections, and then I use either a detangling spray or a leave-in conditioner, or I like to use it when I'm letting my deep conditioner by Miel Organics sit in my hair. I like to detangle at that time. So what you want to do is you want to start, and I can't really do it because I have braids, but what you want to do is start at the bottom of your hair and work your way up to the roots. So start from the bottom, just brushing, and work your way up. I love this detangling brush by Felicia Leatherwood, and I will put all the links down in the comments below of the products that I've used. I also would recommend you using a wide tooth comb if you don't have a detangling brush, but just anything that can make it easier. No raking through from the top to the bottom. You'll have a ton of hair loss in your brush or in your comb, and you don't want to do that. Your hair should do shedding, especially during the winter, but it shouldn't be coming out in clumps. So you want to just make sure, like I said before, you're starting from the bottom, working your way up with your detangling, working in sections, and making sure that you have some type of moisturizer or detangling cream in there to assist and make the detangling easy. You can also detangle with your fingers. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Those are the 5 reasons that you can experience hair breakage, and these things tend to be more prevalent in the winter time. They come throughout the whole year, but in the winter time we tend to see them a little bit more. So take these good practices and use them all year long, and then you'll be ready to be fierce, fresh, and fly for this spring, summer, upcoming season. So as I always want to say, thank you so much for watching. Again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share with me down below some of the remedies that you use to help defeat hair breakage. Remember, better care is better wear.